number 2. We're just gonna autofix. Alright, so we're gonna skip that. And we're also gonna go over here to Sounds of the Show, Jukebox, because we don't want to be... Okay. So... our roster is decent. We got Martinez, Pham, Sano, Waka, Weaver, Turner, Hendricks, great pickup, Bowman, DeYoung, Cecil, Reyes, Bradley Jr., Romuto, Carp, Tyler O'Neill, who's having an amazing season so far, Tui Valala, Chris Grayson. He was number 1. He was our first draft pick last year. Julio Teheran, only picked him up because I needed a spot starter. We signed Nelson Cruz just for, well, come in and pinch hit and DH. This guy, don't really use him a whole lot. Dexter Fowler, Hicks, still a major part of our bullpen. Yachty, major part of the team still. Bueno, we signed him to a freaking qualifying offer. He's probably going to retire at the end of the year, if we're being entirely honest, along with Nelson Cruz. So, like, Nelson Cruz, I signed him to a shitty contract. It's like 3 or 4.5 million, so he's ecstatic about that. But I'm not playing him because I'm a National League team. We also have Greg Bird. We pretty much picked him up only for his fielding ability. We have Bader, who's not in the majors right now because, well, we kind of got a log jam in the outfield, which is going to be solved in the off season when like half our outfield walks. Because if we're being entirely honest, I am just like... I built this team to make it to the playoffs, and right now we're sitting 9 games out of first in the division, and we're sitting in the second wildcard spot behind the Rockies by only 2 games. But important series right now. One thing that we do lack is a left-handed starter. We also do need to send Miguel Castro down because we're not going to use him at all. So we're going to go here. We're going to just move him to AAA for now. Okay, so what I was thinking is, because Austin Gomber, this way we just like pull from the minors. We're just going to go into edit player real quick because I just want to edit his facial hair. Because that looks more like Austin Gomber now. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Alright, but Austin Gomber, he's been doing great for the Cardinals, along with Daniel Ponce de Leon this year. Like, they're like our 2 best players right now. They're like, truthfully, this is just like, we're gonna bring Austin Gomber up, and he's going to probably do a spot start. He's probably gonna start the next game over Julio Teheran. Probably just have him start it. Like, I'm not going to put him in the rotation, but I'm going to start him a few times throughout the year. So we're going to play this game. How do I fix? Alright, now we're going to wear our road uniforms. Truthfully, you know what? Like, I have a better idea. So instead of going to that one, we're just going to start a new one. This one has... the roster we're going to use has like actual draft picks. So the Cardinals, with their first pick this year, picked Nolan Gorman from Arizona, straight out of high school. So we're just going to use this roster because then we don't have to worry about like the first year draft. Like we're going to get players in the first year draft, no doubt about it, but we're going to leave GM contracts on. Not doing a fantasy draft. We're not allowing legend free agents because that's just going to OP everything. And we're just going to advance. We're going to keep all this on manual. Alright, we're going to start off in spring training because spring training is a good spot to start. I thought I'd just show you that. But one thing that I like about this roster is it has Flaherty automatically in the majors. It has Mikolaus looking more like Mikolaus does in real life. Although there is one thing I'm going to change real quick about him. Hair. Instead of mustache A, we're going to do scruffy goatee. Looks a little bit more like Mikolaus now. But see, here. Let's go stubble. And then do mustache A. And facial hair 3, we're going to do goatee bottom 2. Boom. Mikolaus. Alright. It's a pretty accurate representation of what Miles Mikolaus looks like right now. Right now, he's like our best pitcher. Martinez is sitting in the bullpen. But Gomber, Hudson, Ponce de Leon, they're all going to be great parts of this team eventually. As you see, Jordan Hicks is still low overall, which is surprising considering the fact that he's like, fucking crazy good. But one thing that I'm definitely going to start off this franchise with doing is taking Greg Holland and releasing him. I don't care that I got to pay out money, but it's just a sacrifice I'm willing to make to bring up a better reliever. I'm bringing Sam to Valhalla up. But Norris, yeah, he's good. So Luke Voigt was traded to the Yankees. Probably gonna like follow some of the real life moves, like getting rid of this logjam in the outfield. Like we're probably gonna trade Pham and probably Fowler, depending on how they're playing. Pham's definite because, well, in real life he was kind of upset with the Cardinals for keeping him in the minors for so long, but that kind of happens when you have a logjam. But the one issue that we do have also, Luke Gregerson's a piece that I don't really want to keep. But one thing we're going to do real quick is we're going to go and we're going to bring up, we're going to keep him off the 40-man roster right now because he gets injured a lot in real life. We're just going to set our 40-man roster right now. And a lot of the people on this 40-man roster understand are going to be pitchers, but there's a reason for it, and it's because that's one thing that this team has trouble with in real life a lot lately. But basically I'm going through and I'm going to find the players that are actually on the 40-man roster in real life right now. We're going to add them to the 40-man roster. Right now we only have 31, so we got 9 more spots to play with. Fredo Tovar is probably never going to play the majors. Alex Mejia, I don't believe he's on the 40-man roster. But Tyler O'Neill, definitely on the 40-man roster. Definite for that. Jose Aldis Garcia, we're going to add him to the 40-man roster. And that's about all the moves we're going to make for right now. We're just going to do this, and we're going to go to sim spring training. Okay, Miami claimed him. That's good. Hopefully we don't get any injuries in the... Alright, so spring training comes to an end. We're going to advance to regular season. Alright, so acquisitions. Okay, scouting. So one thing I like to do almost every time I start a new franchise is I go through, and if I have really bad scouts, I just replace them. Like, he's a good scout. He's got great discovery, but he's terrible with his efficiency. So we're going to find a guy that's good at both. So like this guy, he's really efficient, and he's got decent discovery. He's not very good with the players themselves, but we're just going to use him to, like, efficiently get prospects. This guy, like, as much as I want to sign him to a deal, I really need an East one. So I'm going to find the best guy in the East, which is probably this guy. He's got good discovery. He's got, like, alright efficiency, but he's really good for pitchers. And pitching is very important in this game. So one thing that I probably will do is next season when there's probably better scouts and also coaches, we're probably going to get rid of a few. Like John Ramsey, gone. Mike Maddox, not going to get rid of. Unless my pitchers start hurting from him. We're going to bring Phil on 4 years, $1 million a year. Although that, see, John Ramsey is a C manager. If we find an A manager, like, if we can find a real, okay, so Mike Matheny's got -2 to power and -1 to hits to 9 innings, but he gives us +2 Ks per 9 and +2 for plate discipline. So we find somebody that's better than that. Like -3 for bunting, that's something we don't really need is bunting. See, but home runs per 9, we need that. Stealing, we don't really need that. Velocity is something that I don't want going down. That's that's probably one thing we're going to try to do during the offseason is sign a new manager if we don't do it in the middle of the season. And if we do sign him in the middle of the season, we're just going to sign him for the 1 year. Alright, so we're going to play the next... We're going to do sponsorships, or not scouting. We're going to go to review sponsorships, and we're just going to put in the first 3 sponsorships I have. We're going to view the budget. No, not really. So trade blocks. Scouting. Now, this is one thing that we do need to do. We're going to have him look for pitchers that are left-handed and have good movement. Have him look for pitchers that are right-handed and pitch really fast. He's going to look for infield with good contact and speed. And you're going to look for a catcher with great fielding and good arm strength. No, we're going to start this game. You know what? I don't really think the Cardinals, since I'm a Cardinals fan myself, as you can tell, probably from the background, it's probably not the greatest idea for me to do the Cardinals. So we're just going to do this. We're definitely not doing the Cubs because I hate the Cubs. And I will literally just tear that team down until they're nothing but a single A roster. This would be just too hard and too long. I'd have to turn off the GM contracts to get them to the playoffs. I wouldn't have to do that with them. So I think I'm just going to do the Braves because they're a good team. And it's not like majorly terrible, but we're just going to send to the regular season. So we're starting off the season at home against the Phillies. Sorry that this has just been like decision after decision after decision being made. That like, so he's really, so that's good scout. That's he's got really terrible efficiency. So we're just gonna, bam. He's got great efficiency, but he can't discover worth shit. So we're gonna sign this guy. And then here, this guy's just trash, so we're going to find the best available scout, and that's probably Lane Shiboa. So we got 3 East and 1 International. So we're going to go to scouting. And I don't know exactly where we sit in the... We're just going to have him sit here and discover a catcher with good fielding and good arm strength in the East. But we're going to look at our coaches real quick. So we got Bill Snideker, 2 years, a manager. So reaction to his per 9, they're important aspects, but depending on how the season goes, depends on whether or not we replace him. Steve Mame, plate discipline and bunting, not really things I'm interested in, but plate vision and contact, those are important. This guy, trash. He's not helping our team at all, so we're gonna release him. We're gonna release all our 1-year contract guys, including Ron Washington, even though actually yeah, probably should. All right, now we're gonna go here. We're gonna find the best available. So this guy, he gives us +1 to velocity, +1 to walks per 9, and +1 to Ks per 9, and +2 to controlling. He's 45 years old. So we're going to make him an offer. We're going to sign him for 4 years. Great pitching coach. Okay, now we need a first base coach. Blocking, not really important. Not an important one to us. So we're going to sign Pedro Hanna to a 3-year deal. And now we just need a third base coach. And we're probably just going to do Cold Rico because he gives us that +2 to fielding, which is great. Now we've got a really good coaching staff. We got a pitching coach, which is going to really help our rotation. Look at this. All right, so you go here, coaching top tier. We got a B pitching staff, so it's not really affecting him. But so far, our bullpen here is like really deep-ish. We got a lot of lefties in our bullpen. We need more right-handed guys because we got 5 to our 3 lefties, so it's not that bad. But one thing that we do not lack is pitching. So truthfully, McCarthy is walking at the end of the year. Fulton-Avish probably going to walk at the end of the year. McCarthy is a definite walk. Moylan's a definite walk. Freeman, we're probably going to let him walk. Just because we've got so much depth on this team when it comes to pitching. Like, we got Minter, he's 24, he's going to grow. We got Carl, he's 26, he's going to grow. We got Jose Ramirez, he's going to grow. He's 28. It's not like a great age for a start of the franchise. Anibal Sanchez, we're definitely letting Anibal Sanchez walk. Because truthfully, he hasn't had a good year since 2013. Looking at his stats purely off that, he has never had a year as good as 2013. Except for maybe 2006, but you know, rookies, they normally have that good year, and then they just stick in the majors because they don't want to go out and... Alright, so we're just going to start. We're not going to mess with bullpens or anything. We're going to wear our home alternates, and then we're going to go to adjust individual items. And we'll just wear alternate home. Alright. So we're going to keep quick counts off, because it doesn't really matter when you're live streaming if you keep the game shorter. But Ozzy Albies, great player. Looking forward to using him more. Ryan Flaherty, he's probably not going to last that long. We got a lot of third base stuff probably on this team. I'm guessing we got a lot of depth in it. Because based off how they're doing this year, with a lot of rookies in their team, I'm kind of surprised that they don't have Jake Arrieta starting, but he didn't start till like week 3 of the season this year in real life, so kind of not surprised.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network.
Okay.
Opening day is here.
I don't think
as we
anybody
get
really
the
cares
new
about
season
the
underway with a good matchup
stuff
between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one.
Really
Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs.
So taking on is not a very good pitcher. So truthfully, I can see.
Here he comes on 2-0. A swing and a miss just out in front of that
See, it's like
fastball.
really
Career
using our
numbers
pitching
against
depth that we
Julio
have on this
Teheran.
team.
He's got 3 base hits in 28 tries.
Because yes, Teheran was good. He was good for a while there. But now he's not very good, and he's more of like, I'm probably going to be able to do the bullpen in the middle of the season and bring up a crap ton of young pitching to just carry this team next year.
A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Inciarte is there, 2 gone.
Left fielder.
Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
So I'm just going to follow what the catcher says, but I'm going to place the pitches where I want them. I'm just going to throw the pitch that he wants.
He went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye.
All right,
1
so
and 2.
he wants the slider 2 times in a row. We're just going to toss it to where he wants it tossed.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Phillies down in order.
I'm not going to do a whole lot of trading in the first season.
Coming up. We're just getting started.
Trades that are
on MLB
mostly going to be made is getting rid of like Anibal Sanchez and some of our older guys in our rotation and the bullpen.
And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Aaron Nola is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, take a look at the numbers. ERA just a little bit under 4.0 on the season for this guy last year. He's a better pitcher than that, and I'm sure he'd like to get off to a much better start and get that ERA somewhere in the low to mid 3s. We'll see if he can start that in this one here.
So I'm probably going to play every game just so I can.
And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them.
This part of the game just seems like it's more of a actual franchise that you're using and utilizing out every piece of it. You're making sure you're keeping a good eye on all your prospects and stuff. You know, I know a lot of YouTubers that like to move the franchise like years into the future, so you know how the team, so you can see the team develop, but you don't really see it develop. You don't see the players progress the way they should. You know, like in real life, you gotta wait day after day and just watch the players develop. Day after day, you gotta look at the stats day after day to see that player developing properly. In this game, you can see 50 years in the future.
Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
But this is a guy that I am bound to build this team around no matter what happens.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. As the first pitch misses to him, it's
purely
0-1.
because
first shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
he's
the 1-0. Misses off the plate.
Perennial all-star,
this is the kind of count
perennial
this guy feeds on at the plate.
MVP candidate.
You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here. He's
set, and the 2-0 pitch. Down. Oh, it's
yes,
off the third
other
base
way.
bag. And that's through for a hit. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, Preston Tucker. Line drive to center field. Pereira is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Coming to
Okay,
the
one
plate
thing I
now,
gotta get used to
Ozzie
is
Albies.
watching more
He could give
pitches.
his guys an early lead if he can come
It
through
is
here.
important. So
He's set, and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Here's the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Lifted the other way to left center.
and that's 3 outs, not getting a
And he
run.
will get there to make the running play. And
But next
at the
year,
plate, Carlos
Tehran's
Santana.
probably definitely
He'll
going to
get
be
us started
in the
top of the
bullpen.
second.
Probably not going to sign like a big free agent. And if we do sign any free agent, it's probably going to be Donaldson, because we could probably get him cheap.
Play one away.
Ish. Cheaper than all the other good free agents that are probably going this year. Like Machado, we could go after Machado if we want to, which I probably will. Make a bid for him after I get all my minor leaguers signed to good
And
deals.
there's ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. The 1-2. Swing and a line drive in there, and their first hit of the season is going to be for extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here, looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
Freeman is under it. 2 gone.
Batting 7, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Jorge Alfaro, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a weak little line
Ooh,
drive.
good
over to
play by
first.
Freddie
And
Freeman.
no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. Phillies strand. Stepping in for the Braves, Ryan Flaherty set to lead off the home half of the second. Here comes the first pitch.
Flaherty.
Down the first baseline.
There's a
That
single.
finds its way through for a base hit.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
A 1 pitch on its way. On a rope to the second baseman. And the runner gets back. No double play.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Dansby Watson.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit
Go,
out to
go, go,
straightaway
go,
center.
go, go.
And that one is gone.
Yes.
So it's a two-run shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
Hey, you come out of spring training feeling pretty good about your swing, and how about this? Your first at-bat of the year, kaboom! This could lead to a very big year. First at-bat,
Every
home run,
year,
not a bad way to
when
start.
I use the Braves and I use Dansby Swanson, first at-bat home run every freaking year. It's, I swear, I don't know what it is.
As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close, and he offered at it. I'm not sure right now if I'm the pitcher. You could probably throw anything you want up there, and this guy's going to swing at it.
Popped him up. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. The next 0-2. Stays alive, still 0-2. Still only one out in the inning. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Hoskins racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
The batter, center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hoskins waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Set to start the third as we're back on MLB Network from Suncrest Park near Atlanta. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
I'm sorry, I'm really quiet when I'm trying to concentrate on the game, so probably gonna hear the YouTube video I'm watching.
Runs up and gets this one down. Flaherty scoops it up. Throw to first is in time, so a good idea, but the bunt attempt doesn't pan out. So here now is the pitcher, Aaron Nola, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man.
Everyone refresh the screen, go. Guys, I said like 7 million times.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. We'll see Nick Markakis when we come back It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies nothing.
Obviously, it's so obvious that it's going to be you guys playing in a corner and then me just sat my own percent.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Herrera's there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Freddie Freeman. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed up a little high. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. 2-2.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit, kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Drilled to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, left fielder, Preston Tucker.
I got Mr. Lamb.
In now, Preston Tucker. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Pops this one up. Franco just to the left of the mound. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. But they're on top 2-0. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this game.
Drilled on the ground to short. Swanson brings it in. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys bringing it pretty good. A couple of matching 94s is the 2 top speeds thus far.
You know what? Let's just call it.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there, no balls and a strike. No runs, just one hit and one error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Take off the redstone claw. Take off the redstone claw. I'm currently heading over to my house. Yeah, motherfucker. Alright, what we're gonna do is we will make my
The 1-2. Fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Hit the other way out toward right field. Markakis giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So now Carlos Santana, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
But an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're still down. It's 2-0.
and then you're going to right-click the third ball here. Build up. And then all you have to do is go to the tool board, click on the tool, which is a hammer.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies, set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First offering on its way. And that one right down Main Street. Down the left field line and deep. And nearly extra bases to start the inning, but this winds up foul by inches. Wow. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on. Ready for another chance? Ryan Flaherty, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Williams ranging back at the track. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Wow, there's a case of the ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. In the air now out to right field. Chasing after it is Williams. And a diving effort, but he can't make the play in right. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Love the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Line towards center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And in the end, the tag appears to have been a bluff. He's back to second.
Now batting, pitcher, Julio Teheran.
So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Julio Teheran. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitches away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a strike. I'm set with the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You're in trouble. You're one pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make one bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Right on the money, and he's cut down trying to take second base. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We're through 4. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies nothing. Up next will be Nick Williams. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Popped him up. Flaherty on the move. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 7.
A look at our line score here through the first 4. And as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. Standing in, Maikel Franco. He popped out in his first trip. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but it's foul, strike 1. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And it's 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one. And I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Inciarte moves over, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Jorge Alfaro hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. Sinking liner toward left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Roy, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
J.P. Crawford will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals, and it's fouled away. Crawford, 23 years old. He's a 2nd-year big leaguer. Alfaro leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Fouled off.
After this game, we're going to take a short little intermission.
Missed with a breaking ball.
When a
What else can I
pitcher's
do
close to
with the last
working
year?
through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
On the ground to the left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for Philadelphia. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. So striding forward now, Nick Markakis. He'll begin things here against Aaron Nola.
Nick Markakis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead 0-1, but he's finding the heart of the plate way too often.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Ranging back is Herrera to the track, to the wall.
Freeman.
And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman. First home run of the campaign for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Standing in now, Preston Tucker. Lifted in the air to center field. Herrera's there. 2 down.
Home sweet home, the house where magic lives.
The batter, number 1. Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Digging in and looking for more, Ozzie Albies. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
The 1-1.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. I just sat there. I saw it.
Looked
And I was
at
like,
for ball number 2.
Let's see how long it takes me to realize that I'm taking it. And then when I realized I could, I was like, wait, yo.
2 out,
Yeah,
nobody
it's
on.
okay, it's okay. You just picked it back out. Yeah, maybe that was the plan. Sure it was.
Now a swing, and this ball is crushed.
Boom!
Straight away center
Back to
field.
almost back to that.
And
Press
it's
Tucker
gone
up in there.
as they add still another.
So, like, I hit a lot of home runs.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his
Apparently.
way out toward the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this
Probably just going to see
afternoon.
the rest of the game.
Anthony Dominguez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least
Yeah, it's
beat a couple
probably
of innings for his guys. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle.
Make crystal. I will make crystal. Play ball.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. The Braves get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Julio Teheran earns his first win of the season, turning in 8 1/3 of quality work. Aaron Nola struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Showing you my skins and you killed me inside your house.
Oh no, I saw it after you kept booping me with it.
Alright, I wasn't booping you at first. Wing.
At first.
Yeah, and then you killed me, so then I came back to keep booping you. But you killed me, I had like 46 levels or something. For the fortune again?
Alright, that's all for this. I'm not really feeling it anymore, so I'm just gonna stop.